Hi, I'm sitting here with Matt Snook. We are at Snowball Express. We're going to talk to you a little bit about what Snowball Express is in a minute. Matt Snook is an old friend that I got to meet many years ago at this event. He's been attending for many years. You may know him from The Voice, but we know him from Snowball Express. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Thank you for being here with us
Thanks
today.
for having me.
Let's just start off. Tell us a little bit of your story. Your background, and I know, I did my own research. I saw it's not very hard. Your website provides it. You've been singing for a long time.
Long time, yeah.
You started.
So I was basically, my mom said that I was singing in church when I was 3 years old. I don't remember that, but she said that's what I was doing. And then when I was 6, I won my first local talent contest at the high school. And then I started playing in country music theaters when I was 7 or so, and when I got into high school, I had my first band and started playing in the honky tonks and the bars.
He said honky tonks.
Yeah, is that okay?
I love it.
Okay. So, and then I went to school and I was trying to decide whether or not to go to Nashville to pursue my music or not. I'd met my wife already, and we decided that I worked construction while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do after I graduated college. And so I worked at the phone company for about 10 years and played music all throughout that time on the weekends, and I was in about 2 or 3 different bands. And then eventually I moved to Nashville, moved my family to Nashville and pursued a record deal or a publishing deal. And after I was on The Voice, I came back home to Kansas City, and now I'm kind of reevaluating where my next path will take me.
It's a fun place to be. It's tiring, but it's fun. We did talk a little bit about that. Mm-hmm. Let's just quickly fill people in on a little bit of what Snowball Express is.
Absolutely. I was actually friends with American Airlines and was going to Skyball Express and help raise money for Snowball Express. And they asked me if I would be interested in performing at Snowball Express. And if you don't know what Snowball Express is, there are many people who have lost loved ones since 9/11 in Iraq or Afghanistan. And it's a non-for-profit set up directly for Gold Star families. And I think that the strengths and the value in that is of all the peer-to-peer mentoring that happens here. And my job is to just kind of entertain from time to time. So I may have a few formal performances, but I have many informal performances. And I've become good friends with a lot of the families here at Snowball Express, and they've welcomed me in as part of the weeks full of activities. So I'm thankful for that. I've been here, I don't know how many years I've been here, 8 or 9, I would get, maybe 8, I guess. But I enjoy December every year because I get to come here and do some fun things.
So I can tell you, I remember the first year you were at Snowball Express, and American Snippets follows, I lost my husband in Iraq. So I remember seeing you. I was shockingly a little bit of a bitter widow in the early phases. And I remember seeing this young guy walking around with a guitar, and I'm like, what are they doing bringing this young guy into a bunch of widows? I'm like, is he trying to exploit us too? I was very
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was a little skeptic because when you're in our situation, there are a lot of people that will exploit it. And I had unfortunately met some of those. But you have, through the years, just been so rock solid and so sweet, and because you can only fake things for so long, and your genuine support every year and bringing your son, it means a lot to see that you bring him and you teach him the events or what's going on, and maybe you're opening, he'll have an awareness that other kids won't have because you're providing that to him. And you step up, you're always there for our kids. Whenever any kid comes over to you, you'll stop whatever you're doing, you'll let them climb on you, play around. So that's pretty. I remember you singing, you were teaching one girl at the fire pit one year, you were singing with her, she wanted to be a singer, and you were singing, and
she's progressed amazingly well.
You were singing a song with her that was special to her and her dad. Mm-hmm. And so there are so many moments like that. So I want you to know that
you
have
I appreciate
absolutely
that.
made an impact on our lives. So Snowball Express is just one of the military venues that you donate your time to, and I want to stress that you donate because time is so important, and your whole family stands behind you coming here to do this. So we thank them too. They're a part of it. So it takes a team to do what you do, and you have a very strong
They appreciate that. Thank
team.
you.
So what other military outlets do you?
Well, let me back up because I just want to say something about Snowball. Music it's almost like cheating. Music allows you in places where other people don't typically get to go. And I have learned way more from Snowball Express families than they'll ever get benefit from me. And those experiences I get to share with my friends and family. So I'll just say that I feel very blessed that music is like the medium. But what's really cool is when people let you in their space and you have conversations and you get to hear of challenges and maybe some, some highs and lows. So it's really my pleasure to come play for Snowball. So I just want to make sure that you understand that. But I don't know. I got involved with military support groups. I'm going to say it's like around 2006 or 2007, and I've never served, not active. My dad served, and I have a brother that served, but that was never my calling. I never felt called to go serve in an active military way. But once I helped raise some money in McKinney, Texas for an iBot for Eric Jordan and met some folks that were really passionate about this, it definitely struck a chord with me. And so I started working with American Airlines and got involved with Skyball and Snowball Express. I have another not-for-profit called the Troops First Foundation, and they'd heard that I'd been over to Iraq with American Airlines, and so they knew I had a little experience doing that. They invited me to come back the same year in 2009. So I went over with American Airlines around Easter of 2009, and then got to go back with the Troops First Foundation around Thanksgiving, so around the holidays. But I have to say that I love to sing, but I more so love to sing to people that need to hear something. So performing at Balboa on Christmas, or going to Walter Reed at Thanksgiving around the holiday seasons, or I was lucky enough to play in the burn unit down at BAMC. Those are things that I really hold in high regard, and so I do volunteer, but I am so appreciative of the fact that people let me in their space in those situations. So anytime people come and ask me to do something, it's really more about a scheduling thing and whether or not I can feasibly do it. But if I can, I'm more than happy to try to help.
So do you have a particular memory of going to a hospital or going overseas or here at Snowball, something that really stuck with you, that stayed with you?
Well, and when I got asked to be on, and people ask me all the time, they want to know about the voice experience, and I understand why, and I get that. I'll just say that before I went through the 2 red doors, before you go out on TV and sing in front of people, I was thinking about my experiences and the things that I've done in the past, and it completely calmed me down and grounded me, and I think that really helped me deliver a great performance in what would appear to be a pretty clutch moment. But I have so many memories, I could go on and on. One Snowball moment I remember is a new family that came in for the first time, and they can always tell because of the gold lanyards that they're wearing. A mom came up to me, and I was in my straw hat and my boots, and we were out at Six Flags, and she said that he wanted to ride a roller coaster, and his name was Benjamin. And I'm thinking, you don't say no to a Gold Star family. You just do what needs to get done. But I'm not good on roller coasters, all right? So this line's probably about an hour long, and Benjamin and I, we sit there and we start visiting and talking, and I don't know how old he would be. I would guess maybe 6, I would guess. And we're talking about all kinds of stuff, just whatever a 6-year-old would talk about. And there'd be some pauses, and he got more comfortable with just hanging out, and he finally looked up at me and said, my dad died. And I said, I do, I know that. And then there was a pause and then we started talking about something else. And so the fact that a mom would let her son be with me hanging out in a line or a roller coaster, that's an honor in itself. And then the fact that we became friends through that process and that moment. The line was probably an hour long. We got within about 10 minutes of getting up to get on the ride, and he said, I don't think I want to ride that roller coaster. And out the line we went. And that's so, I have so many stories just like that really inspire me to do things in my personal life, and so there you have it. Yeah.
That's awesome. What brings you back? Because it's not easy. It has to be difficult to set up the time. You were talking about time, and working on your own career and your own life. So if you were to speak to somebody who maybe was interested in had a similar passion that they work for, but maybe they're getting a little burnt out on, and what would be?
Yeah, I think
words?
you know, like I said, I'm not active. I've never served, but I feel a sense of duty. Once you figure out that that's something you can do and provide a service to someone, you have to look at things that you serve that that are greater than yourself. And I'm inspired by meeting all the Gold Star families. And now I feel like if I didn't come, I would feel horrible about myself. It's just something I'm supposed to be here. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I would say that if you are interested or have ever had thoughts of whatever that need may be in your community, you should really look to just kind of get outside your level of comfort, put yourself in that spot, and see how it goes. And maybe you don't pick the right one at first, but you'll find a passion. And the military family is definitely one of my passions. As an active civilian, I feel a duty to come do what needs to be done for programs like Snowball Express.
Nice. So if somebody wanted to find out more about you, your music, and what you do, where can they go?
They can just ask Barbara. Or,
you could totally ask
they can
me,
go.
but if they're
Absolutely, they can go to mattsnookmusic.com, and that's where I usually have my website set up there, so you can see everything. But yeah, you can just.
They can find you on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook, and it's also Matt Snook. Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff is Matt Snook Music. So that whatever the the backslash and the handle is, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Painless, I hope.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's awesome. Okay. Cut it, Monsoon Monday.
That was the great, legendary country singer Matt Snook and the producer of American Snippets, Barbara Allen, the queen of the widows. Hoorah!
That time when